Hey guys, it's Ash here in Raid Shadow Legends. Welcome to the video. Send us some love, some positive vibes your way. Everything's about to change, but before we get to why, I have to pull a myth or pull. I say pull. Man, this video couldn't get any worse. Couldn't get any worse. A Kemptum, Ethlin the Gold. Here, I have to forge a mythical relic because I want to share this moment with you guys. Are you ready? I've got my Faction Wars mats. I've been saving them up. Here we go, baby. Mythical! Oh, the collective. The collective, where it deals 1% more damage per buff on them. That's the good news. Bad news is it removes all buffs from the wearer at the end of each turn. Each turn? Man, this is gonna be... I'm trying to think, like, at first I'm like, is it seer? Am I putting this on a seer type champion? But you need all the buffs to be there, you know, before you use the karma burn. And it happens at the end of each turn. This is one of those relics, I'm not saying it's useless. It's gonna be one of those, you know, one-hit Siegfried type relics where you one-shot an event dungeon boss or something like that. Can you guys think, because I have a couple of these already actually, these collectives. I don't know, I'm not gonna lie. It's not what I wanted to see out of my mythical mats to start the day. But hey, I do have four legendaries, why not? Everything's about to change, not because of these relics, guys. It's because, and this pertains to everybody out there, everybody playing, enjoying Grim Forest, right? I'm actually grinding through Grim Forest normal. I was able to complete hard. I moved over to normal. And let me tell you guys, if you are in my boat, if you're able to complete hard mode in Grim Forest, it would absolutely behoove you to go over normal and complete it because, man, the rewards are legit, right? You can still use the vendor. I bought my second large vendor chest. I did that from the normal mode. The rewards are like really, really good, so make sure you take advantage. Kind of the same thing we talk about in Curse City, but I would say Grim Forest early on here is a little bit better. Now, you get all this Mercurial gear as well, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is the topic of today's video. I think everything is about to change. Let's talk about Mercurial gear just for a second, and then I'm gonna do, by the way, we'll talk about Arena in just one moment here, but I have to give a little addendum to my last Arena video as well. Mercurial set and accessories, okay? Mercurial, how do you guys feel about Mercurial? Honestly, when I announced this set, or when I first shared it with you guys here on the channel, not a lot of fanfare, and honestly, a lot of mixed reactions. I got a lot of comments, well, this is gonna break the game, most broken set ever, way to go, Plarium, too overtuned, this is gonna be annoying, to also a bunch of, oh yeah, like Stonecleaver, Rebirth, another mediocre 9-piece set, what the heck's going on, this is crap, it's not worth it. And not a lot of in between, which is very interesting, but oftentimes in life, right, as they say, the truth does lie somewhere in between. This is a variable set. For 9 pieces, we get 32% speed, really solid. We get 40 resistance, to 15% HP as well, and up to 3 total guard stacks at the beginning of the turn. Let me just show you on the actual 9-piece variable. So this is a big day, a monumental day here, because I've been actually doing 2 things, and this is important for everybody out there. Do your clan quests, as annoying as they can be. Not annoying, but you know what I'm saying. Like everything that you do in this game, sometimes the last thing you think of is your clan quest, right? But I say that because, man, it is so important, by hook or by crook, to get that Chaos Ore. Now, of course, Mythical's locked behind a clan level that I feel like I'll never get to. But I don't have any right now, but buy your Legendary Chaos Ore every time. And every time that you see an event with Legendary Chaos Ore, anything with Legendary Chaos Ore, it's available in Grim Forest 2, in Curse City, go for it. Go for it, guys. Because you want to be using your Legendary Chaos Ore, even your Epic Chaos Ore, right? Your Chaos Ore on your Mercurial gear if you're at all into PvP. For the same reason I've always told you guys, make sure when Stone Skin and Protection were well, they are super meta right now, right? They're still the best sets in the game, right? But they're so restrictive. Whenever you have an artifact set that is so busted, but also very restrictive, meaning you can't just farm it endlessly. It's not directly tied to your energy in the game. Event dungeons are nice, and that's why we always say farm your event dungeons, farm them hard, because for a limited time, you can convert your energy into directly accessories and artifacts. But Curse City, Merciless gear, Supersonic gear, now Mercurial gear, these gear sets in Stone Skin Protection that are tied specifically to get a Hydra Clan Boss. These gear sets, they're limited in supply, right? So especially early on, you're going to want to be aggressively using on trip rolls and higher, trip roll, quad roll, quint roll, if you're lucky enough to get one. You're going to want to be using your Chaos Ore basically every time if you have it, because we really want to get good pieces of these sets. Even if you don't have good pieces, my thesis today, ladies and gentlemen, is that Mercurial gear at 9-piece is one of the most busted sets this game has ever seen, and the meta is about to change in a big way as people get their hands on more and more of it. Now listen, I farmed every single piece I possibly could so far, day to day in Grim Forest from Mercurial gear, and I've used a bunch of Chaos Ores, and I just got my first 9-piece set on my entire account last night. I'm waking up early, drove to the studio to record this before I pick up my son because I just had to share how busted this is with you guys and how I think everything's about to change here in 2026 with Mercurial. 4-piece, okay, you do get a little bit of speed. 8% speed isn't enough to get me like super psyched about a 4-piece. But hey, speed, HP, resistance, good for for support champions in general, right? And then you have the total guard stack. Now, total guard stack denies all damage and all accompanying effects by one hit, right? So a Marius attacks you, you need 3 total guard stacks to block that damage. But if like a Volcanos comes through with an HP burn, you're just gonna block it. So it can block burns, a Gizmak, for example. It can block debuffs, but it also blocks damage at the same time, but it's stack-based. Now, if you don't take damage, if you don't get hit, you're not gonna lose a stack. If you take a turn, just like Intercept, if you take a turn, it's not going to fall off until you use it, just like Chronophage gear as well, right? So you get speed, you get 2 total guard stacks at the start of each round, each stat blocking all combo. Okay, we know that already. That's a 6-piece. Honestly, I'm not really enamored by 6-piece. And then we get 7 and then 8. But then this 9-piece, everything changes. This is a weird gear set. It's kind of like protection. Not really, but kind of, in the sense that protection's really good. A 3-piece, you can just kind of mix and match, get your speed, get some tanky stats, resistance. But then 4-piece, 6-piece, protection gets really nasty at 9-piece, unlike Stone Skin, which is like 4-piece or 6-piece, right? So it's an interesting set in that regard. But the 9-piece bonus, ladies and gentlemen, grants the wearer 3 total guard stacks at the start of each round. So the 3 stacks is big. That's enough to at least ensure if you don't go first, you're gonna get to your turn, because keep in mind, if 3 enemies try to do something to you or multi-hit you, you might need a couple total guard stacks. But the most busted thing is, also places a total guard stack at the start of this champion's turn if they have no total guard stacks. So every single turn, you're gonna get another freaking total guard stack. The only way really around that is, if you're not fast enough, if the enemy goes 3-4 times, whatever, 2-3 times, and kills you after they deplete the total guard stack. But that makes you immune to debuffs as well as to damage, right? It's really insane. Look at this, guys. Look at this. The only faction that I have a 9-piece for in my entire account is Sacred Order. Lady Noelle and the 9-piece Mercurial. Did I call it Merciless earlier? Sorry if I did. 9-piece Mercurial. Man, oh man, oh man. This is about to be busted, guys. So here's the thing. The good news is I have her in 9-piece Mercurial, and I've used all my Chaos Ores. The bad news is I've got her built like a nuker. But it's still busted. I've got her with crit rate on the gauntlets, because that's all I have for gauntlets right now on my entire account. Insane. I do have HP on a 5-star chest, and I do have a 5-star speed boot, so at least I have that. I do have one really good piece here on, well, pretty good piece on the Mythical ring. I do have some defense, so she actually has a decent amount of defense, pretty low on the HP, but there she is, 299 speed, not too bad. I have a wand on her of Lightning Cage, and I'm still rocking the Oppressor. However, I think Timely Intervention is better. I'm just testing out Oppressor with a turn meter fill rate, because she's dishing out all those freezes. This is very important, guys, because you're gonna need to know this one way or another eventually, and that is about the Mercurial Total Guard buff that it comes. So this is important as a reminder. Total Guard will deny, and you will also use a stack, right? Deplete a stack if you get it will block, excuse me, all debuffs, even without damage. It will block guaranteed debuffs, unresistible debuffs. It will block destroy max HP effects. It will block equalize HP effects, swap HP effects, debuff spread effects, decrease or equalize turn meter effects, instant activation of a poison or a burn debuff. It will block polymorph debuffs. As long as the champion has a total guard, they will be immune to all negative except increased cooldown effects, even from skills that do not inflict damage. Also, very important here, a champion will lose a stack of total guard whenever they would take damage from another champion's skills. This includes damage taken via ally protection buffs, reflect damage buffs, as well as passive skills that share or reflect damage. Now, this is important as well. A champion will not lose a stack of total guard when they take damage from masteries, blessings, or relics. So if we wanted to, we could build her with Bulwark, we could build her with Selfless Defender, and she won't take that damage. It will not expend a stack, excuse me. I found that interesting, okay, that they're not included. So you could argue that I should just change the build right now. Anyway, we're not going to, because I want to jump into the arena. Now listen, speaking of arena, I did this video a few days ago. These are the strongest arena teams I've ever built. I asked you guys to vote on which your favorite was. We're going to see a modification of one of those teams in today's video. But check it out, guys. Check it out. This is my New Year's wishes to you guys. But you guys actually chose, I was shocked by this, by a few things. Number one, in that video, I thought that the Lady Noelle team would do really well. It was Lady Noelle, it was Sir Nick, it was Siegfried and Falman Mornsword. But you guys hated that squad. You guys loved the team Ice Ice Baby, the Hilvy, the Tormund team. And then the team Demonic Plague, ooh, it was very close, 45 to 42%. There was so much positive feedback in that video, by the way, that I'm gonna start doing those. You know, I don't wanna overdo it, but maybe at least once a month, I'll make them a new series here like I do the building the random teams and the nuke-offs and stuff like that. So a new series here in 2026, ladies and gentlemen, get excited. So we have the nuker Lady Noelle. We have her with Sir Nick, who I'm gonna have in a 9-piece protection set to really just abuse that Goodwill A3 of his. I have a few teams for you guys to demonstrate the power of the 9-piece Mercurial set. I pushed a high platinum arena for this video. Here we go. I wanted to start with a Calvalax team because I want to see how Calvalax engages with Mercurial. Does it remove all 3 stacks immediately and would take 1 poison? How is this going to work? Also, I just did a video collab with Nubraids. It went live on his channel yesterday, his side, talking about 2026. My side goes live in a day or two. But in that video, I wanted to give credit where credit is due. Although this was my only option, to be fair here, in terms of my Mercurial sets. I only had it on Sacred Order, and Lady Noelle is a perfect fit. There was another creator, though, who did a video on 9-piece Mercurial with Lady Noelle, and they are Frotech. Frotech, I'm going to link their video for you guys just to give a little bit of a shout out to another creator who's also spotlight Lady Noelle in Mercurial gear in the description of this video. Hey, maybe we can collab sometime. I've never actually heard of the creator, but I will definitely check them out after this video. Okay, guys, so I had to change the team because I just realized I have Marichka, which is going to block with the block damage, right? So now let's see how it interacts with Calvalax, the Mercurial. All right, so let's take a look here. And she has total guard 1 stack. But you know what? I was too busy staring at the buffs and debuffs that I didn't see if anybody else went. It looks like Fabian went as well. Maybe she blocked. It looks like Calvalax maybe expended only 1 stack of body block. Let's see, of total guard. Let's see. Yeah, I guess only 1 stack off Calvalax, right? Well, that's pretty gnarly. All right, so on this team, as you guys can see, we got locked out, but it doesn't really matter that much because we have Hilvy and we have Tormund, the parts of the Ice Ice Baby team here, right? All right, so look at her, right? We got locked out. We obviously can't do anything here, but she's basically untouchable on this squad here, right? She just sits there. She has all her skills off cooldown. Doesn't really matter. She's gonna take her time. She's gonna chill. Gonna wait till she gets to her turn, right? Let's revive Sir Nick. Sure, that was Hilvy, and now we can go in and we can just start protecting the team here. We can go in, activate the Goodwill, and now we're in the driver's seat for the most part here, right? I can just put it on auto. But if you saw Lady Noelle, it's like not only does it act as a quasi stone skin, that can't be removed. There's no 50-50 to remove it like Stone Skin. But also, it can block all the ways that people have developed to counter Stone Skin. That's Hegemons, that's Cavalaxes, that is ignore Stone Skin. I mean, you can't ignore nothing, but body, Total Guard. Well, I always call it body block. That's like Fat Man's passive, man, is body block. But Total Guard denies everything. Moreover, the Sulfurians, the basically all the burners out there, right? So check out this team here, guys. We got Nell and we've got Gizmak. I'm going to run the same exact team that I just ran here. And we're going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens. All right. Dude, this chat in the middle of the damn screen, I know I mention it all the time, but it's still, like, why do they do that? They said they were making room for something else. What are they making room for? Like, what? Sorry, but what the heck? Okay, let's go in there for some buff removal, some freeze action. Let's go ahead and activate, again, Sir Nick. And then, and you can see Lady Noelle, again, she just basically sitting... I mean, all the poisons, all the crap that this team is dishing out at us. Now we can go in for a freeze, right? And, like, look at the control I have over this match here. And, again, what do we have right now? We have nothing right now on Total Guard. Excuse me. We have one stack still somehow of Total Guard. I'm just going to go in with the refresh and the block damage. Got to be careful, though. But, I mean, I'm starting to think, guys, that this is... Like, how do you contend with this? Imagine dealing... This is just one champion, right? Imagine dealing with this on a couple supports on a given team, you know? Look at Nice. Nice is always a massive threat, so let's see what he can do here. This is far from over, this battle. I just have it on auto in the background, too. So I should probably take it off, right? Because we could be here all day. We need to prioritize Marichka first. And then worry about Nice. So actually, I'm going to worry about Nice right now with the freeze. Or try to get him from that. Wand of Submission hit me. We kicked back that polymorph. That's good. Scared of Nice here. Big damage, and he got the revive, but again, I'm, you know, he only killed one of my champions, not the end of the world. We're spitting back Wanda submission polymorphs all over the place. Now we can go in there, we can reset the unkillable and everything for Sir Nick. I mean, I feel like we've got this match won, just a matter of time, but against this team, I mean, they're quite tanky, right? Quite tanky, quite annoying. But this is like a team like this. These are like, this team defines, the meta. This team defies the meta, my team. But, I mean, it's pretty nasty, right? Is it not? Let's just go ahead and save the revive and go in here, finally kill Marichka, and then, oh my God, this team. You know what? Sometimes, guys, I feel like, where's my cursor? Okay. Sometimes I feel like these teams are good to showcase, but at the same time, these teams can be really annoying to watch because it's look at all the wands that are going that are kicking back all the polymorphs too, huh? But I feel like this is honestly, when I look at my viewer retention graph, it's battles like this that people are like, okay, I'm checking out. I get the point, Ash. So in the back of my head, I'm just like, do I want to show these battles? I don't know. All right, let's freeze this big mofo. Listen, if I know one thing about Raid Shadow Legends meta right now, I know that the battle is never over until Nice is dead. Okay? So let's go in here. Always got to be careful of this big fella, right? Let's get our goodwill up. And now, I mean, we're pretty good here. We're in a pretty good position. We're protected. We've got freeze on freeze. It's just a matter of time. Sometimes with Nice, though, I'm sure you guys can empathize with this sentiment here. Sometimes with Nice, you're like, okay, now all I got to do is kill him. And it's like 20 minutes later. All right. I mean, it's a pretty stacked. Now, listen. I think the best team I can come up with is actually, especially when we talk about like defense, full auto, I think it's just something as simple as a Taurus Marichka. Full auto, like with this Mercurial 9-piece. I mean, I don't know how you stop this crap. Look at this. This is going to be just such a busted strategy, right? Because unlike the team that I just showed you guys, which I think is more powerful probably not on auto, on manual, but this team, you can't really, I mean, you can put our skills on cooldown, but it's not going to do that much because that was the weak spot of the previous squad that I just showed you guys, right? Unless I had like Chronophage on Hilvy or something like that, I really didn't have a good response to a Fabian or a Crixie or something like that. But this team, I can just kind of sit back and let Taurus's A2 do the heavy lifting against teams that have a lockout, right? And even on that last squad, against lockouts, it's still pretty damn good because of all the passive work. that Tormund does anyway that I don't need. It's not predicated on active skills, right? So Leo just doing what Leo does here. But, I mean, eventually we're going to take him down, right? There we go. There we go. I feel like this, and man, I fell out of, oh, look at this team. All right, guys, look at this team here. We've got a Nell, a Theodosia, a Star Sage, and a Siegfried. Let's see how the Total Guard holds up here, right? So we've got a Taurus and Marichka with a Noelle. And this team, by the way, is pretty slow that I have right now. I feel like actually Lady Noelle at 299 might be the fastest, which is really not great. But let's go ahead and just poke away. There's nothing really to do. Let's just A1. And again, we have Total Guard 3 stacks. She only gets the Total Guard every round, of course, if she doesn't have the Total Guard. So that's 1 stack. Now 2 stacks, I guess. Another accompanying effect happened. Gonna go in here again. And man, this is just insane, right? Am I the only one who thinks this is like... This 9-piece, golly, is pretty freaking busted. All right, let's go ahead in here and let's activate that Goodwill. Get Sir Nick all ready to go. Look at all those protected unkillables and whatnot. Let's go in here and start working a little bit on Theodosia. They have 3 revivers here. Who's a sheep again? It's, okay, it's Nell. They have kind of 3-ish revivers on the squad. So we have to be cognizant, of course, of Siegfried. Let's go in with that A2. We trigger the passives of Siegfried, which is nice. We're going to go in here. We're going to freeze at least 2 of the threats. We're going to cleanse these poisons off, take an extra turn, and Nell turns into a sheep immediately. That's the downside of a Nell on longer fights, right? If you can withstand her first A2 in the base form, and you have some sort of mechanism, look at the Rage of Nephilim going right into the Total Guard. It's kind of fun to watch, especially when you go against, I'm not going to lie, when you go against these auto teams in the arena, in Classic Arena. I mean, they're not programmed to avoid, right? To avoid the Total Guard. Man, oh man, dude. I think this set is pretty damn busted. Like I said, guys, the main point of this video is keep your Mercurial gear, stockpile it, excuse me. And did I just lose on a win? So guys, as I was saying, the main point of the video here is use your Chaos Ore. This is a really good set. I do think that a 9-piece is kind of the way to go. Not that you can't extract some value, though, out of non-9 pieces here. But, I mean, just look at this team, right? Like, look at Lady Noelle, and look at what she's incurring here. That was a Marius. We still have a stack. I mean, we haven't even gone yet. We haven't taken a turn, this team. And we've wiped out almost their entire team. Well, Taurus has, right, to be fair. But, man... Use your Chaos Ore. This is a busted set. I can't believe it. Hey, perfect time, too. I haven't watched the video yet, but check out that other creator who I mentioned earlier. That link will be in the description so we can see what combos that he was able to come up with and what his thoughts are on the 9-piece Mercurial as well. It would be pretty cool to see you guys support another creator out there. Let's just try to finish this team, though, damn it. Call it a real video. Let's get that revive up on our Marichka. Let's go in with the Goodwill, and then let's start shipping away at Marichka, right? Man, I'll tell you what. I can't believe you guys voted. A few of you guys voted for this team in the arena vote video. That's another recommendation for you guys if you want to. Go check out that video where we highlighted 3 of my best arena teams, and you guys voted on which one was the best. But I mean, talk about devastating here, right? Talk about devastating. We're gonna end the video there, guys. Thanks for watching. Much love, and as always, take care, guys.